Hello, everybody, and welcome to a no-nonsense Patreon preview for you potential ultras out there.
Yeah.
Here's a little clip of this week's bonus midweek episode with Champions League coverage and all of the breaking football news, like the death of Henry Kissinger. It's all there.
Yeah.
And here's a little...
You didn't think we'd cover it, but we did.
No. I know, you're checking Spotify. What do the boys have to say about Henry Kissinger?
Yeah, well, you got to sign up to find out. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's $4.50 a month. It's in the description if you want to join. And here's a little preview of this week's episode.
Become an ultra today.
Yeah, now. Take it away, us.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense.
They say many garbage things.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Melodrama upon melodrama!
This is a totally
Shameful, disgraceful piece of nonsense!
He was balls off it yesterday.
You'll learn a lot more if you listen rather than talk all the time.
No problem.
Sky Sports had the B team out. I'm not sure who the A team is anymore, but they had the B team out for the goal show, but they don't show any of the action. They just kind of report on it. Tim Sherwood and all the pundits really were not impressed.
With 3 minutes of added on time to go, as the referee looks at this again, he has got to make up his mind. No, says Tim. Tim's seen it again. Tell us what you see.
He can't get it. He tries to play a first-time cross in behind him. It comes off his stomach there and hits him on the arm. There's no way he can get out of the way of it. No, he's going to give it. He's pointing to his arm. It's a disgusting decision. Give it. It's ridiculous. It is a ridiculous decision. It's impossible.
What a joke. Tim calls it disgusting, and you can hear from all 5 members of our panel all agreeing.
It's rubbish. It comes off the body, but yes, it comes off his body, but his arm is in a natural position for the move that he's making. That's a ridiculous decision. That's ridiculous.
It's come off his chest. He can't move his hand off his body. How can you move your arm when it comes off your body?
What they look at is whether your arm's in an unnatural position for the move that you're making. It isn't. He's just running back. The ball cannon's off his chest.
That's up there with the worst I've seen.
That's bad. That's bad.
It's a shocker, says our panel. In fact, I can hear from the production team behind me, I think a riot's about to break out there because they are all absolutely fuming with the decision as well. This is going to be hugely controversial if PSG score from this. They've been given an absolute lifeline by the referee.
This is exactly what people are saying. Arteta needs to calm down. You can't be saying this about professional referees, you know. But it's whatever, man. It's just a classic. Ever against Arsenal, Will. You know they hate that we're top. Will they hate it?
Oh, when is it going to be little old Newcastle's turn?
Yeah. And I just it's so funny because everyone's like, "Oh yeah, richest club in the world now," and everyone they feel so hard done by. Like recently they were talking about their injury list that they have, and everyone's like, "Well, the tonight thing was your own fault. Should have done due diligence." You know, like no sympathy in the world. But once it happens, the media comes out and it's like, "This is a disgrace to England."
Yeah, there was a lot of calls on X for people saying this is a disgrace. You know, the corrupt UEFA coming for us again. Saudi Arabia, who I think a week ago UEFA had come out that UEFA were in talks to allow Saudi Arabian teams into the Champions League.
Yeah, like they're
out to get us.
This is the whole thing with VAR. Who I will admit that I said no problems in Champions League with VAR that I've seen.
Yeah, we're so wrong.
I obviously didn't watch all the games, but yeah, I mean this thing when there's decisions like this, it doesn't say incompetence. It's like, well, like how could you be that incompetent?
Yeah,
I've seen it. I know what it is.
Unless every single VAR official is corrupt against every single team, then it's probably just more likely that VAR doesn't work.
Yeah, like is it a case where there's like a man in the corner of the room in a suit, and you can only see his cigarette light, you can't see his face, and they go, it looks like it was an unintentional handball, and he coughs, and everyone looks back in the corner and went, or maybe it was a handball, maybe it is a penalty. Like is that the kind of like decision making corruption people think, or is it that every single VAR has been like paid off before the game, and like no matter what happens, you know, there's going to be a penalty. Yeah. There's going to be a penalty decision. Don't worry, that'll happen. And when it happens, you know what to do. Like it's just at the start, maybe you might say, yeah, okay, there might be something to this because it keeps happening to a couple of teams. But like you've seen it from Brighton to Newcastle in the Champions League.
Yeah.
You know, it's happened in other countries as well, but like, it's just, it's too much of a grey area, football.
Yeah.
The black and white kind of decision making that people demand happen in under a minute. It's just, it's not going to work. This is not going to work out.
It's not possible. Confirmed.
But people just run to corruption every time because I guess that's just, you know, I don't know why. Because at least there's something to blame then. It's like, well, it's just easier, yeah. It's just a bad thing that happens. You know, it's like...
Yeah, it is easier to accept that maybe UEFA want my team to lose over this is what football is going to be from the rest of time.
Yeah, I've invested too much time into this for it to go down to luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm too emotionally connected to this team for my Wednesday night to be ruined by luck. You know, I just go to the casino if one of that to happen. You know, this is meant to be a surefire thing. We're the richest club in the world. Why are we losing? You know, this is the kind of stuff that people don't like.
What about this? What if after 60 seconds of VAR looking at it, if they haven't come to a decision, they flip a coin? That'd solve everything. You live by the coin.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's what people would probably prefer at this point over VAR. Just flip a coin over the decisions because, you know.
That would be, imagine, get rid of VAR, give the ref a big novelty coin.
But then people were saying, well, who gave him the coin? That's a fucking weighted coin. Yeah. You know?
That's a weighted coin. There's two heads on that coin.
Yeah, they'd start arguing probability. It's like, what's the probability that's been heads the last 7 times out of 10? It's like, well, we can get into it, but I mean, it could happen 100 times.
Our X heads is outrageous.
Yeah.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Now, you're not neutral in this next one.
No, the opposite. Yeah.
The opposite. Manchester United.
Yes.
What's the stat? They've conceded more goals than any English side in the Champions League ever
at this stage in a group. It might be ever in a group stage, or at least after this many games in a group stage. And they're also currently joint top goal scorers in the Champions League.
You have a go, we have a go. Classic United in Europe, I think.
But this is the thing: outside of Europe, they can't score.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know what. Like, it's totally different in Europe. Like, again, in the last 3 Premier League games, they've had 3 clean sheets, and Onana's been good in every one of them. But in between those clean sheets, he's had absolute shockers in Europe.
Yeah. I really don't understand this because, again, if they were in a group with PSG, AC Milan, Dortmund, say, well, maybe that's the reason, you know, because he's playing like, you know, top European sides here. But it's, in all respect to Galatasary, who have a lot of good players, and same as Copenhagen as well. They obviously have talent and ability. But I mean, it's not exactly, I don't know, maybe they are as good as the Premier League sides. It's hard to explain, you know, like.
It's like United, it's so bizarre. It's like United are worse in games like that where the teams are okay compared to like the top teams in Europe, because they go in and for the whole game they're thinking, oh, it's really embarrassing if we lose this one.
Yeah.
Whereas if they're playing like a top team in Europe, they'll give it a go, like they beat Barcelona in the Europa League last year. No problem.
It's like the opposite of giving a team too much respect.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes if they were playing Barcelona, like, oh, we have to be careful here, like, because they're really good, and then they wouldn't play their own game.
Yeah.
Whereas it's all the players so online. It's the opposite. When the team is bad, it's like, oh, we cannot lose to these. But when it's AC Milan, it's like, this is a huge fixture, you know, we should go out and play our own stuff. When you play your own stuff, you leave lots of gaps, seemingly, you know.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to lose to AC Milan, or not afraid to lose to Galatasaray away. I mean, this is a huge fixture, everyone knows that, you know. Bayern Munich, fucking hell, you know, no one's going to make fun of us for that. You know, I mean, they did, of course, but like, I think it's literally the opposite of that. It was a small teams, like, too embarrassing. Big teams, like, we should try and play football here, you know? It's like, no, don't do that.
If they could just think and get it into their heads, they can win those games.
Ten Hag is going to start putting up Janty's tweets in the dressing room.
Yeah. That's what we need. The United trade come in and give a speech.
Again, just show us drafts and say, this is what's going to go up, lads. This is the kind of stuff I'm hearing on the streets that they're going to say about you.
Are you ready for that, Maguire?
Yeah, it was 3-3. Not before it went up 2-0 first, of course. Wasn't
Again, yeah, exact same as Copenhagen.
2-0, and then
Ziyech,
Hakim Ziyech, Moroccan World Cup hero, Strange career that dude has had.
Yeah.
Very strange career. I remember he's at Ajax. Like, oh, he's good. He's probably one of these, like, you know, young guys. I think he was like 26 at the time. I was like, oh, okay. What's going on here? You know, why is what's he still doing?
Hello.
Why is he so talented? Still doing Ajax? You know, what's going on here? And then went to Chelsea and didn't work out. I mean, listen, a winger at Chelsea, you're like 1 in 10 for it to work out. But still, then I thought, like, you know, to go somewhere else, to go to Galatasaray, to make the move to Turkey. I mean, no one ever comes back really. Only for Nicolas Anelka is probably the only person who's gone to come back from Turkey. But I mean, he scored the free kick, which
he kicked.
Deflected.
Onana, he fooled the keeper essentially. But normally, when you fool the keeper with a goal kick, they like still try to go for it. Onana dove the wrong way for a free kick.
Yeah, was it slightly deflected? Was
this one? I don't think so. I think it was a case where he shot it through his own players.
Right.
And they parted like the Red Sea, do you know what I mean? So Onana never saw it coming, but still he went for it as if surely he'll kick it to the right.
Yeah, that was the first thing people were saying. It was like, okay, you put the wall on the left and you stand on the right, and you say, listen, if you can dip the ball from this close in over the wall, you deserve to score a goal.
Yeah.
You know, but you won't score on this side. And he just stood behind the wall, doubled up on that side, and left a big kind of gap.
And this is what we've learned, I think, about Onana, is when he makes a mistake or something goes wrong, big trouble for the rest of the game, because he's clearly thinking about the first goal.
Yeah.
And not really, he doesn't put it out of his mind to get back on track.
Honestly, Tony Schumacher could make a bomb coming in, teach these players about mentality, you know.
Yeah.
Forget about it, right? Don't worry he's in the hospital. Keep playing your game. Your career's going to be over, pal. They want you out. This is what has to be going on in Hernan's head here. Like, next game, like, they want me out. People are calling for me out. But yeah, that goal goes in and you can see his head's gone. And then after that, it's... the
second goal was kicked directly at him.
It's hard to
saved
explain
it
that one.
into the goal.
It did. A lot of people say it looks like a FIFA glitch. Like he.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If that happened in FIFA, you'd be fuming. That never happens in real life.
It jumped at his forearms. Like, well, so his hand was there, so the goal did jump the right way. His forearm then goes the wrong way back in the goal. It's like, what is this? 2-2. So that it said, okay, right. No, don't panic. We can still do this. And they got the third goal. It was at McSauce.
Yeah.
One thing I saw, Will, last night, half watching the game, half watching it on Twitter, people saying, what a goal. What a goal was trending, right?
Mm.
And I saw a goal for the McSauce goal, McTominay goal. I was like, what a goal. I was like, wasn't that good a goal. Went into his page and he had said, what a goal for every single goal that happened that night. Because it was trending to get, so I was like, Scott McTominay, what a goal. Hakim Ziyech, what a goal. Because that was trending.
These
so
guys are so innovative.
Just put every goal in caps. Because then when you type in what a goal, his one will come up. You know, I was like, this guy's good.
Yeah, that's clever.
So yeah, that's I was like, because I saw a goal, I was like, oh god, that was a lucky one. Then I was like, what a goal from McSauce. Anyway, so it was 3-2. Right, lads, keep it tight, no messing around.
Oh my god, I have never seen a game with more messing around in my life.
Yeah, the keeping it wide and messing around. It's the opposite of what we said.
It was I was honestly like, it was a game of like 5-a-side between the attacking players, and that was it. There was no midfielder, defense, or goalkeepers.
Yeah, it was like they were expecting the ref to say in the last 2 minutes, all right, lads, next goal wins, and we're going in for lunch, you know? Like, it's like, what happens now matters at the end of the game, okay? Like, it's not about just scoring goals. Like, it's about, like, getting the most goals at the end of the game and, you know, getting 3 points, then that counts onto the group point system. I mean, like, I felt like these things need to be explained. You know, it was just chaos.
Yeah.
Like,
it was mad.
Group's on knife edge. You're messing around here with this ball. Like, I don't know what's going on.
And like, it's so bizarre because for years this has been like an issue with United in Europe, especially, is they can't see out games.
Yeah,
it's like, why? Why can't they just go to the corner and just like stay there for 10 minutes?
Yeah,
they just refuse.
It did seem like they were playing with different understanding of what the result of this game meant. You know, I was like, this isn't a friendly.
Well, it's the second last game of the group, lads. It's all wrapped up.
Yeah, it's where they're already qualified. I mean, it was just...
There was a Because I think the worst part as well was as the game was going on, Copenhagen scored against Bayern. So you're like thinking, oh my God, we really could have done with a win here.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little clip from the bonus episodes. Hated, adored, never ignored, Will.
Yeah. Now it's just hated.
Hated, ridiculed,
mocked.
Mocked mercilessly, but in the news, you know.
Yeah.
We talked about that. We talked about Newcastle's also disaster in the Champions League, VAR controversy, and also do a little bit on Henry Kissinger. That's right.
I know what you're thinking. What?
You know Henry Kissinger. You're sure you've seen it by now. If not, you know what? I would say just look up Henry Kissinger first and then come back to us. And it'll be a lot funnier then. But yeah, avid football fan. Dies at 100, finally. That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying on the street.
Their words, not ours.
That's all on the bonus episode. $4.50 a month. Patreon.com/Anonymous Podcast. Give it a whirl, you know. See if you like it. If you do, you know, then fucking do it. I don't know.
Buy it then.
I can't make every decision for you. If you like it, don't come back and say now what. I mean, just figure out what you want to do, okay?
Hold your hand every step of the way.
Oh my God. Do you want to fucking listen to it for you? Because I do. Because you're not listening to it yet. Anyhow. Happy Christmas.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense.
They say many garbage things.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Melodrama upon melodrama. This is a utter, shameful, disgraceful piece of nonsense.
Because he was balls off it yesterday.
You'll learn a lot more if you listen rather than talk all the
Let you be
time.
time, no problem.